tonight to finish out last night's class. If you didn't watch it that night, it's on YouTube. I stopped a little short because goofy story. My dog, I live in an apartment at a stable, so surrounded by um, property, acres. And a lot of times, acres bring mice. Well, my little dachshund thought she heard something, and she may have. And I panicked and wanted to see what she was looking for. She kept on going to the wall and just being silly about it. I pulled away all the furniture, swept up the area, didn't find anything, didn't find any mice poop or anything. But in the night, I did hear stuff. So I don't know if it's in the wall, on the outside of the wall, what it is, but I just don't want it in the house. So that was our little adventure last night. She kept waking up and going to the wall and kind of making noises and just staring at it. And it's an old apartment, so it has whatever those baseboard heaters are, and that's where she kept on looking at in the heater thing. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's not in here. I mean, our old house, we have had mice, but they were always like in the basement. So, we took care of things. But here, there's no basement, so they're out where we live if we do have them. And we have animals, so I can't put like glue traps, which I really hate to do anyways. So that was why I had to stop. And here I am again to show you the last card. I made 3 cards last night. There's 4 cards total. And if you like this class, it's $25 for the 4-card kit and $6 for shipping if you need it shipped to you. And or you can get it free with a purchase of $50 more through my Stamping Up store. I will give you that information once I point you down and to the work area. And yeah, that's it. I mentioned my 12 Days of Christmas, which is coming up, and I'm excited about that. I showed 3 of the projects, and I could show them again tonight. And that starts Wednesday, October 28th, and goes through Sunday, November 9th. And every day I'll be doing one project, Christmas project, using the Modern Christmas Suite, so everything of it, and the A Child is Born Just stamp set. And it's product based, so you'll be getting 2 packs of paper, 2 embellishments, and 2 type of ribbon to make the projects for the 12 Days of Christmas, and plus have tons of stuff left over to make more of those projects or other projects. And then on November 15th, I think that's it. Yeah, November 15th, it's a Saturday. I will be doing a live 12 Days of Christmas in person. I mean, not live on my YouTube, in person. And that'll be from 1 to 5 at a cute little coffee shop in Elkhorn, Wisconsin called, what is it called? Let me think. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called. I have to look it up. Totally brain farted and left my head. But I have it somewhere. Hold on. Friends on the Square. That's it. Friends on the Square. And it's downtown Elkhorn. Really cute shop. And they have a little room in the back that they're going to let me use to do this. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. I'll give you my information. Both classes are $120, but that's for everything needed except for the stamps. I mean, when it's in person on that Saturday, of course you'll be using my stamps, but the other class, you'll have to purchase the stamps yourself, and you can do that as an add-on also. So if you have any questions or if you want more information about that, please let me know. Okay, I'm going to put you down. I'll show you the cards we made yesterday. I'll show you the 3 projects that I have for the 12 Days of Christmas. I don't want to show you everything because I want some of them to be a surprise, but I'll show you the 3 that I have with me now. And then we'll do the last card. This is my favorite card out of the 4 that we made using the Tractor and Company bundle. Okay, so let me go ahead and put you down. Oops, what did I do? There we go. Okay, switch you, so you're gonna see my wall for a little bit. There's gotta be a way that I can do this simpler. I'm sure there is, but I just don't know it yet. Okay. Until I figure it out, this is how I do it. Uh-oh. There we go. Hold on, let me lift it up a little bit. There we go. I think that's good. You see my mess of a table? I still haven't cleaned it up from last night. But you'll be glad to know that I die cut everything out, almost everything. Because yesterday I did all the die cutting with you, and that was like a super long process. But I left a few things that I wanted to show you. Not die cut. So, okay, so this is my information. Here's my information. I probably should figure out another or a better way to do this than on a Post-it note. My name is Georgine Darbo. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can go to georginedarbo.stampinup.net if you'd like to purchase product from me. My email is georgies2longdogs@gmail.com. My Facebook and my YouTube are both 2 long dogs and a stamper. And here's my phone number. It's better if you text or email. Calling is hard for me, unless desperately needed. Okay, so if you have any questions or if you'd like information about the 12 Days of Christmas or this class or any of the classes you've seen previous, just give me a text or an email or message me on Facebook. Okay, so these are the cards we made yesterday. There's that one. Let's see. There's this one. So there are 2 kind of fall-y or not Christmas ones, and then 2 that are Christmassy. And there's this one. And then this is the one we're making today. And this one is my favorite. So I did all the die cutting already for the tractor and everything. I didn't put it together. I didn't stamp the trees yet. We'll do that. I didn't do the dry embossing. And of course I didn't add the snow. As I said yesterday, you don't have to put the snow on this. It would be perfectly fine if you don't have the embossing heat. The heat little, like, it looks like a blow dryer, but it's not. And excuse the fact that it's not a Stampin' Up! One. I've had this one, I don't know how long, forever and ever. I will get a Stampin' Up! One. Or the powders, it would be perfectly fine without it. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do. And I did emboss the inside. I just like that look, and I figured if you didn't want to write on this part, you can write your message up here and sign it and just let this be pretty. So let's go ahead and start. This is all the pieces to the truck, and with this one, I did, just like yesterday, I used ink and our blending brushes, in order to give it a little dimension. But this time I'm going to use black and not a color, just something. Thought my black was right there. I already lost something and I just said it. Typical day, right? Ah, found it. Okay. This is our memento. And I use black just around the edges on the truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. not truck. I'm sorry, tractor. I keep calling it a truck. And yesterday I think I called it a Jeep. It's a tractor. So I just gave it, just to make it look a little rough around the edges so it wasn't so perfect. Oops, get that out. That's why I like the mat, this glass mat. You could take it off. You can blend and use it without making too big of a mess, and then just wipe it up. These are the wheel wells. I love all the little pieces. My sister was watching yesterday and she's like, okay, it was really cute, everything you made, and really pretty, but I don't have the patience to put all these little pieces together. And I think that's why I like this so much. Hi, Kelly. I haven't yet, but I really didn't take apart my table. I kind of, you know, like really looked. By the time I was done looking for the little critter that my dog thought we had in here, which we still could, I don't know, I decided I would wait to finish these projects and then I'd find it. Because I know it's here, because I used it. So it's somewhere in this disaster zone. But I didn't need it for this project, so I figured, I'll just wait. Okay, so that's done. And I'm going to go ahead and do the embossing right away. And actually first, wait, I want to show you something really quick, what I figured out and what I did for these lights. On Rose Coleman's morning show on her YouTube, she used the little corn die, the little cobs of corn die cut to make these lights, and I took it just a step further and put the silver at the edge so that they looked like they had the little ending of the lights, and I just like the look of them. And then I added the little white. That part is not Stampin' Up! Either, because I don't think Stampin' Up! Has that white anymore. So right now we're going to make these lights. I'll show you how I die cut them. And then we're going to add the snow on everything. So we'll die cut the lights, we'll stamp the trees and die cut them, and then we can put snow on everything. And then we'll put it together. So let's see. So this is the light. They're actually the corn cob die for the Tractor and Company, but I'm going to use it to make it use it for lights. And what I did was I added the different colored papers to a piece of the Post-it tape. And then I'm just gonna lay it down and I will cut it. See, easy peasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that through. I think that was the only thing. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the trees also. I have that ready also. And I did the same thing when I did the pumpkins, where I added a little different colored greens to the trees just to give it some dimension. So I'm going to start with this like olive green. And stamp first just to get a little base. And then I'm going to use spruce and garden green to add to it. The other day, I washed all my daubers on a wipey and then let them dry, and they are much cleaner. I mean, they're still obviously stained, but better than what they were. So this is spruce, so we'll add some spruce.